welcome to Intuitive Vibes. Erica here. If you're new to the channel, you managed to go through some of my content, and if you find it to be helpful and resourceful, please be sure to hit the subscribe button because I do update my content often. And of course, to all of my returning subscribers, welcome back. Hey everybody. It's been a rough few days. I know I kind of slacked since my last video. I usually update more often, but unfortunately I had some bad news. A family member of mine had passed away, and I've been trying to deal with certain things. And of course, I figured what a better way than to have a therapeutic time, especially during this pandemic, and it's just so much going on, than to do another video, because of course helping other people really does something for me too. So in this video, what we're going to talk about is the narcissist and revenge. Now, I'm pretty sure that a lot of you are familiar with the different types of revenge that the narcissist may try to take on you, especially if you decided not to have anything to do with them, or if you just decided that the games are done and over. But unfortunately, there are some people who are not aware of it. And not only that, but with the narcissist, especially if they know that you know that they are a narcissist, even if they try to attempt to come back into your good graces, there are certain things that they might try to do. So there are different types of revenge that a narcissist might try to implement in order to pretty much bring you to your knees. I mean, it wasn't enough that the mental and emotional abuse was what was bringing you to your knees in the first place. They have to have revenge, and of course that's because you said the magic word. You said no. You said you're done. You're not going to go into another cycle with them. You're not going to play the game with them. You're not going to be manipulated or have your emotions toyed with at your expense. Or you criticize them. You pretty much went against the grain and you have decided to stand up for yourself. Oftentimes, a narcissist doesn't like that. We know that because a narcissist has to have their way, and this is by any means necessary. So if you've criticized them, or if you told them about themselves, you told them exactly what you think of them and exactly who they are, to add insult to injury, on top of that, you tell them no, naturally, they feel like they have lost, and a narcissist cannot lose. If a narcissist has any inclination that they've lost a battle, or if they've lost a game, or whatever the case may be, they're going to do everything in their power to try to win. Doesn't mean trying to win your love, and it doesn't mean trying to win your affection or your attention. It just means trying to beat you. It means trying to hurt you because you've inflicted narcissistic injury. Remember that narcissist egos are very fragile. The slightest bit of criticism, even if it's constructive criticism, can bring them, metaphorically speaking, to their knees. You're the one in charge of that, and they can't have that. So now, what do? They seek revenge. Well, we're going to give some of the different types of revenge that a narcissist may try to implement in order to bring you beneath them. The first type of revenge that a narcissist will attempt to do, which I know a lot of you are familiar with, is a smear campaign. Now, a smear campaign is pretty much where the narcissist has been rejected by you, feels rejected, and of course, we know that narcissists can't have that. So what they'll attempt to do is they'll attempt to assassinate your character. What they'll do is they will circulate rumors, gossip, anything that they can do that will deteriorate your character in front of other people, be it if it's a group of friends, family members, mutual friends, family members of yours, whichever the way goes. A narcissist will attempt to do a smear campaign to kind of give to other people the false character of you. They're basically making up fabrications to make you look bad in front of everyone because of the injury that they've sustained, because of the fact of you saying no, because of your rejection. Remember, they fear rejection. That's the one key thing that we all need to remember. They don't like to be rejected, and they don't like to be told no. They will try several times, and each time you tell them no. Remember to keep those boundaries intact. Now they have to get to people before you can, because if there's any chance that you will get to other people and explaining to other people the things that they have been doing, a narcissist can't have that. So what they're going to do is, at the very sight of rejection, the first thing they're going to do is start circulating things about you, be it if it's to your family, friends, or just all in all the general public. They have to make you look bad, because you countering what they're doing only makes you look like you're retaliating against them. Remember, narcissists are trying to make you look like the crazy one. They're trying to make you look like the unstable one, when all you're doing is responding to their smear campaign. You know it's a smear campaign. Other people don't. Other people are looking at it like, oh, this poor person, how did you deal with them for so long? I mean, how could they do that to you? But you're such a sweet person. You're so nice. You're so this, you're so that. Those are the flying monkeys, because at the end of the day, those were the ones who were easily manipulated to believe that the narcissist is the angel and you are the demented, crazy person who just can't let go. Now, another type of revenge they may take is aggression, narcissistic rage. In this case, this is where some narcissists may try to get physical, where if you've rejected them, if you've even, again, given them criticism, and you're not trying to be mean or harsh about it, but no telling how they would take it, they can get physical. They can become extremely aggressive. They can get in your face. They can put their hands on you. They can try to do this. Probably more so goes along the lines of the malignant and even possibly covert narcissist, because again, they don't like rejection. They don't take no very well. They don't take the idea of, this person doesn't want me. This person doesn't want to be in my presence. This person doesn't want anything to do with me. They don't like that. Everyone has to be attuned with the narcissist. In the narcissist's eyes, you have to want to be around them. You have to want to be in their presence and enjoy their company and their toxicity. And you have to be okay with taking their abuse. You have to be okay with taking their verbal abuse, their emotional abuse, their manipulation. You have to be okay with that. This is all in their delusional, demented minds, and you don't have to be. But if the narcissist chooses to get extremely aggressive, hostile, volatile, the first thing your best bet is walk away, or run away if you can, but get away from it as quickly as possible. And if at worst case scenario it gets beyond that they end up putting their hands on you, well, you already know. You call 911 and you get their asses arrested, straight up. Because domestic violence, no. I, at any rate, will never encourage anyone to stay in a relationship that has domestic violence, physical domestic violence especially, because they have no right putting their hands on you. They have no right hitting you, whether it be a man or a woman. I'm not just sitting here talking to women and saying, don't let a man hit you. Men, you don't let women put their hands on you either. Don't sit there and take the abuse. Don't strike back, but don't sit there and take the abuse. Just keep it moving. Keep it moving. But another form of revenge that a narcissist may try to take is, well, aside from trying to hoover you back in, because now this is pretty much where they couldn't conquer you. They could not weasel their way back in. They may give it some time. They may wait. They may let the dust settle. They may let you cool off and possibly try to come back and say, I've reformed. I've changed. At any rate, this is where a narcissist is willing to put the work in. They're willing to put in as much work as possible, because aside from the fact that we already know they have a hidden agenda based on their manipulative ways, now they're doing it with full force. So now they're going to put in the work to prove to you that they've changed, to prove to you that they love you, that they want to be with you, and they want to have a future with you. But this is all a ploy. This is all a way to get you to trust them again. Only this time, they're doing it with revenge on the mind, which means that this is not just a typical cycle of being with someone who's extremely narcissistic or being with a narcissist. This is done with complete and utter intention, where they're going to pretty much get you right back in that same place, that vulnerable place, all for them to do it for their own sick reasons. Reasons being to get you to fall for them again and to hurt you 10 times worse. It's to bring you completely to your knees, to the point where you never want to be in love again, to where you'll always question yourself. You'll question your intuition. You'll question your choices. You'll question every single thing about yourself, all while the narcissist has conquered you in yet again another game. Be very extremely careful, because the discard in the war path of a narcissist revenge is a lot worse. It's way worse than any discard you have ever gone through. This is with revenge. This is not just, I'm just going to play with you and toy with you until I'm bored and go somewhere else. No, this is, I'm going to regain your trust. I'm going to get you so extremely vulnerable, and you're never going to know when I'm going to strike, which means that the relationship with them can go on for years. You never know when a narcissist will strike, especially when they have revenge on the brain. They may come at you 4 years, 5 years, 10 years later. It does not have to happen at a time. It's going to happen when your guard is at its lowest. It's going to happen when you least expect it. Just like you were discarded and you least expected it, it's going to happen with revenge. It's going to happen at the very least expectation, and that's when it's going to hit you hard, and it's going to hit you the worst. That's going to be the discard of all discards. So if you can avoid it, please be sure to do that, because that's just like the ultimate to make someone a recluse. Now, my general idea of a form of revenge that a narcissist may implement in trying to seek revenge on you is they're going to commit an act of extreme betrayal, okay? Which can be, if it's your family, they can do something that you would consider such a betrayal, and you didn't see it coming. It's just something to where it's like, holy shit, how did I even miss this? How did I even not think that this could happen? It could be anything that goes on in the dynamic of a family. And of course, if it's a romantic relationship, honestly, the type of narcissist that would try to seek revenge is possibly either sleeping with someone in your family, sleeping with one of your friends, or trying to really push someone else in your face. They're basically trying to rub it in your face that they are in a new relationship with someone. And in most cases, a narcissist would do this when you are trying to release yourself, when you're trying to heal, when you're trying to come into that form of acceptance. But oftentimes, if you're dealing with someone who is a narcissist, and let's say they sleep with someone in your family and they end up creating a relationship with that person, that's some pretty tough stuff to have to deal with, where you were just in love with someone and they treated you like shit, and they go and commit the most ultimate act of betrayal, where they end up being with one of your family members or even one of your friends. These are the types of things that a narcissist would do with revenge on the mind. They will try to not only seek revenge, but they'll try to humiliate you, because that's a very humiliating situation. If you're dating someone, you find out they're a narcissist, and they end up sleeping with one of your friends, that's really tough. It really is. But most of the time, narcissists, they're doing what they're doing because they have to be on top. They have to be at the top of the pyramid. They have to be the ones in control. And they have to, any type of attention fuels them, whether it be negative or positive attention, it fuels them. A narcissist is the epitome of toxicity. They are the epitome of loathing, of low self-esteem, of trying to validate themselves by doing whatever is necessary to gain the attention, whether it be good or bad attention. And quite frankly, these are just the kind of people that we need to stay away from, because if you want to have some form of peace in your life, you got to stay away from people like that. People like that are not healthy people. They're not healthy for you. Hell, they're not even healthy for themselves. But if that's something that they live with, that's just who they are. And You just gotta let them be and hope that one day they'll realize it. And I'm pretty sure that one day they're going to run these tactics on the wrong person. And when they do, they're really gonna wish they hadn't. And well, hey, listen, not your monkey, not your circus, right? So it is what it is. But guys, those are some of the reasons, those are some of the things that a narcissist would do to try to seek some form of revenge. It's sad, it really is. And I really wish that people would not have to go through this, especially people who have nothing but good intentions. But unfortunately, this is the world we live in. I mean, you know, everything does have to balance out. In this case, there wouldn't be any light without dark, and there wouldn't be any high without low. So what we just have to do is learn to discern better and learn to really use our intuition when coming in contact with people. Well, guys, this is my little video. I mean, I don't know how little it is, but I do hope that I was able to answer some questions. If you have anything that you want to add to it, please leave it in the comment section. Because again, you never know who may need to see it. You never know who may need to be on the lookout for it. All right. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I got some things that I do have to handle. I am going to try to keep up to date with my content, keep up with you guys. And if you do have questions, do not hesitate to ask. I may take some time in hitting you back up, but I will respond to any questions that you have. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. So if you did, give me a thumbs up. And of course, as always, love you all. Stay safe, stay blessed. And until next time, guys, namaste.